What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we need to talk about Black Rifle Coffee Company stock, ticker symbol BRCC, because this stock is actually performing quite well today. It's the first day that it's publicly trading as Black Rifle Coffee Company stock instead of the SPAC, sbea, that it was currently trading as, or that it was previously trading as, I should say. Now, if we take a look at the chart, we can see that they are obviously doing incredibly well, right? Up 28% on a day that the S&P is actually down. Now, this isn't even the most impressive thing about this company. We're going to talk about some of their financials, some of their social media influence, a bunch of stuff going on with Black Rifle Coffee Company, and some reasons why they might be moving up higher in the future. So one thing that I did want to say before I started that is I understand this is a controversial stock. A lot of people have reasons to dislike them, and we're not going to delve too deep into those reasons. I personally, as you can see, actually have a Black Rifle Coffee Company mug right there. So I myself am personally a fan of them, and if you don't like them, then you don't have to deal with them. So that's what we've got to disclaim right at the beginning. So what happened today is Silverbox engaged Merger Corp SBEA is pleased to announce the closing of their combination with Black Rifle Coffee Company. And you can see that this is the first day that they are trading. If you look at the yearly chart, they only have one wick right there. So this is the first day they are trading as BRCC stock. And they are expected to get $150 million in cash proceeds to accelerate the growth of their company, to deepen customer engagement, and to drive greater impact. So something to understand about Black Rifle Coffee Company stock is this part right here, driving greater impact. They are also engaged in philanthropic engagements, right? They actually want to help people, particularly veterans, through this business. So they have a goal of hiring 10,000 veterans as they expand their coffee shop footprint across the United States. And together, Black Rifle Coffee Company and Silverbox Engagement Corp are donating more than 530,000 shares to the Black Rifle Coffee Company Fund, the company's foundation that supports its mission of bettering the lives of veterans, active duty military, and first responders. So this is a popular stock, as well as a stock that some people have had some problems with. And the reason it's popular for the most part is because of the big involvement that it has from veterans. In fact, it also has some veteran founders that we're going to look at in just a couple of minutes. But first, we will look at the incredibly impressive statistics on Google. You can see that both SBEA stock and BRCC stock are pumping on Google Trends. A ton of people are looking for them, whereas, obviously nobody was going to be looking for BRCC stock because it wasn't trading until today, but absolutely massive quantities of people are looking for this as compared to how many were looking for SBA. So a ton of people are searching for it there. It is currently the number 7 most trending stock on StockTwit. So a bunch of new people are hearing about this stock. They're seeing that it's up big, and they're potentially going to look more into the company and maybe want to get into it. Now, some of the upsides of this company, right? It has a very loyal and expanding community. A lot of people are interested in this company because it was founded and led by veterans, that it supports veterans in their activities, and that has led to them having a big community of consumers, 270,000 plus active coffee club subscribers. So basically just on that recurring subscription, getting more and more coffee from them, just recurring revenue right there. And then regarding their financial profile and growth trajectory, their 2021 revenue is estimated to grow approximately 40% to $230 million, with projected gross margins of 40%. So very high margins on their products as well. And they need them because they are actually donating, I believe, a bag of coffee to veterans overseas for every bag of coffee sold. So they obviously have a bunch of subscribers to their coffee club, and something we would like is to get some more subscribers to the channel. So feel free to subscribe to the channel if you wish. We currently have about 10,000, not nearly as many as Black Rifle Coffee Company, but this is actually a free subscription. It costs you nothing, so feel free to do that. Now, what are they all about, right? Well, they are founded by veterans. Evan Hafer and Matt Best are two of the most prominent, right? The founder and the co-founder right here, the CEO and the chief branding officer. And these guys have actually been on the Joe Rogan podcast together, and they've amassed quite a following of people. And a lot of people follow them, not just on the Black Rifle Coffee Company public account with 1.7 million followers, but they also follow Matt Best. He has almost 1 million followers on Instagram himself. Evan Hafer also has about 200,000 followers, not quite as popular as Matt, but that's something. That's a good outreach that you can get to a lot of people and continue to pump out Black Rifle Coffee Company content and try to get more people to be interested in it. Now, they did have an investor presentation where they also talk about how many people they have access to, and it's quite impressive. If you look at some of the other biggest brands in the world, like Lululemon, Yeti, Peloton, Traeger, Dutch Bros, and Maxwell House Coffee, you can see that Black Rifle Coffee Company has a lot more impressions on social media. That they have a much bigger social media following than a lot of these companies, and that is because their brand is fairly strong, right? When you're buying Black Rifle Coffee, you're not just buying coffee like you are when you buy a Yeti. You're just buying a cooler, pretty much. You're actually buying into their mission to support veterans, and because of Evan Hafer and Matt Best, this company is fairly popular among veterans and more conservative types. So a lot of people tend to like buying this coffee as opposed to other coffee, even if not for the taste, right? They supposedly have a really good taste. I've not actually had their coffee myself, but they supposedly have a really good taste. However, most people are probably more interested in it because it is supporting veterans very strongly. So a ton of people are following them on Facebook, Instagram, some on Twitter, a little bit on TikTok, and a lot on YouTube as well, leading to them having 11.1 million subscribers and 3.7 billion social media impressions. A pretty impressive statistic. A lot of people are obviously huge on Black Rifle Coffee, and they do like to follow them like we saw on Instagram and all kinds of social media places. So the second thing that we need to look at is their financial profile, right? They're obviously, and this is their presentation, they're obviously going to say that they're going to be growing, but that is a projection that they've got. So they're expecting to grow their net sales massively, and there are a couple of reasons why they're expecting this growth. Currently, they've only really got a lot of income coming in from their direct-to-consumer coffee sales, so sales off of their website. And that is about to change. So they are expecting, in 2021 to have $230 million dollars of sales, $311 million in 2022, and $430 million in 2023. So massive growth in not just revenue, but also in profits, right? $92 million in 2021 to $129 in 2022, and $187 million in 2023. So big growth on both the revenue and profit front. And the reason they're expecting this growth is because they're taking an omni-channel approach to their business. They are not just going to stick with direct-to-consumer sales, which is currently where they're at right now. If you look at 2020 right here, you can see that currently 84% of their business comes from direct-to-consumer sales right off of their website. And that includes the subscriptions, that includes people just buying a single bag of coffee or whatever it is, a mug, whatever they want to buy off of their website. That includes all that stuff. So 84% is currently that, 14% is wholesale and coffee merchandise, and 2% are these outposts, which are essentially little shops, kind of like what you would see at a Starbucks or whatever place you like to get your coffee at Dutch Bros, whatever it is. It's basically the same kind of thing, but for Black Rifle. Now, they do intend on expanding these massively over the course of the next year. In 2023, they expect that 46% will come from their direct-to-consumer website. They expect that 33% will be wholesale, and that 21% will be from their outposts. And the outposts really do have big potential because that is where you can really make a very high margin. When you think about how much you pay at a Starbucks, for just a little cup of coffee, you're paying about $7 maybe. And when you think about what a bag costs, it costs maybe 15, maybe $20 if you're buying a really nice, expensive bag of coffee. So you're essentially selling a cup of coffee for half the price of a bag of coffee. So at these outposts, they could certainly make quite a bit of money over the long term. This is just what they're expecting for 2023. If you're thinking about 10 years out, if this company really takes off and there are people who want to go to Black Rifle Coffee instead of Starbucks, where a lot of people do like Starbucks, but it might be a very different audience of people who might be interested in Black Rifle Coffee than would be interested in Starbucks. Starbucks seems a little bit more girly, a little bit more feminine, and Black Rifle Coffee definitely seems like a more masculine drink, right? That could definitely attract the more masculine, potentially more veteran-oriented conservative audience. So they could definitely have an opportunity out here, and they are probably the strongest competitor for that audience out there. So in my opinion, I would expect that they would do pretty darn good with those outposts, and especially regarding their philanthropic engagements. I think that they have a lot of philanthropy going on, and people certainly like that and are willing to pay more because of that, because they know that when they buy a bag of coffee, a bag goes overseas to veterans, and I think people like that. I think that that's going to really help their brand out. The fact that they even donated a decent amount of the shares that they got from this offering to their nonprofit organization. I think that that's really impressive. 530,000 shares going out to the BRCC fund. And I think that people are going to like that. I think that people are going to end up supporting the stock. You can see it's moving down a bit right now. but it's still much higher than where it was at $10 just a couple of days ago. So all things considered, I am fairly bullish on Black Rifle Coffee Company stock. I do hold some shares myself. I will disclose that. And keep in mind, guys, none of this is financial advice. I'm not recommending anyone buy the stock or sell the stock or do anything with it. I'm just letting you guys know what I think about it and some of the news and catalysts that they might have going for them in the future. So if you're interested in more of that, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And other than that, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.